Happy Tuesday, everyone. Shaggy is first, already in. We are going to wait for people to join in before we get started, but I've got something to pass the time, just so you know. Melissa is second, and then Mordecai is second. Emily is first, and then, or first, second, and then Mordecai is third. Emily is second, third, and third, second. Got that?
Not at all.
So Shaggy, Melissa, and Emily. No, sorry. Shaggy, Melissa, and Mordecai. That is our...
Shaggy
Yeah.
gets 3 points.
Is that right? Yeah. Melissa gets 2. Mordecai gets 1. And then Emily is also here. So after we get that done, as people are coming in, Danny is also here. We'd like to offer up a challenge. I found something on YouTube last night that I found to be really kind of hilarious. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to pit Caitlin, who's very smart and capable.
I do all right.
And knows things about the internet, against any number of you. Any of you can participate. It is a time trial. Have you heard of speedrunning Wikipedia?
No.
You haven't. This is great. So I'm going to introduce you, Nico's now here, to Wikipedia speedrunning. All right?
Okay.
So if you are listening at home, hopefully you're at a computer or something, you're going to open up Wikipedia. The studio's pretty tonight. Smiles is here. I'm going to put a link in the chat. And everybody can go to it. I'm going to go and put, this is the page, all right, for ants on Wikipedia. Okay? So here's how we do this. If you look at the article of ants, right, which is, it starts with ants are your social insects of the family Formicidae. Formicidae. That is your article. You can also use disambiguous right there, right? However, the rest of the article goes down. We've got life cycle. We've got all of these different things, okay? And then you'll notice at the bottom we have the see also. This is off limits, as is references, okay?
Okay.
Search also off limits. You also are not allowed to use the search in your browser, right? So I can't do find.
Control F.
Yeah, I can't do Control F and say find ants, right? Or whatever I want, right? I can't do that. You can tab through, if you know how you can tab through links. You're allowed to do that if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone clear with this so far?
Yeah.
So
I'm clear on what I'm not allowed to do, and it's a lot.
Yeah, can't search, right? Either in the site, so you can't use the search bar at the top, right? You can't use the search in the browser itself. Can't use also or see also. Those are off limits. References off limits. Okay? So everybody is hopefully following along. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to count down and we'll start. But the goal is that whoever can get to Crow in Wikipedia first types done in the chat, right? So when you are able to do this, don't do it yet. Don't start. You're cheating if you start.
I'm not starting.
The only way that you can get there, though, is using the links in each of the articles. And one other rule, you cannot go back. So once you've clicked on a page, you're on that page and you have to use one of the links in the article to go to another article that goes to another article that goes to another article that eventually ends up on Crows.
Okay.
All right? Is everybody clear on this?
Yes.
Isn't it? Is this not hilarious already?
This is pretty good.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Everybody is welcome to join in on this. Again, if you get, what we'll do, we're going to do it this way. If you get to the Crow page, copy the URL, post it in the chat.
What do I do? I just yell.
You tell me and I'll post it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay. So you copy the URL, post it in the chat. That way we know you're at the right one. Okay. Crowbird. Yes. Craig, you're in the middle of something. I'll explain it again for the next round because we're going to have fun with this one. All right. So, all right. Everybody ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So while they're all doing this, Craig, I'm going to explain to you what we're doing is a thing called speed running Wikipedia, or Wikipedia speed run. And what you do is you take 2 Wikipedia pages, right? And you try to get from one Wikipedia page to the other Wikipedia page, but you're only allowed to use the links that are actually in the articles. You can't go back. You can't search. You're not even allowed to use the search in the page, right? So you have to find hyperlinks in this, and then you can't use the see also or the references. And right now we're going from ant to crow.
It's really hard not to use find.
Right. Don't use find. You have to
I'm not.
You have to go through and find, like, look through for stuff. And if that ends up being too hard, we'll open up find if we want to. But that's the way I've seen it happen. Connecting random articles to Hitler. Yeah, well, you can. It's like that, but you can do it with anything. And so we're doing from ant to crow. And whoever gets to crow first is going to copy the URL into the chat. And while you're doing that, I'm going to jump on our thing, and I'll put, as people come in, I'll put them into the document. That way I'm helping. So this is kind of hilarious. It's like being connected to Kevin Bacon, but you're connecting any 2 things. And the idea is that you can do that, right? You can go up, you can figure, because a lot of these will have, more generic terms, and you can go to that, and then you can dig back in and things like that. So, so far, nobody has gotten it so far. Caitlin is half angry at me and half terribly entertained.
Yes. What Keith said.
All right. Let me see who else I have to add in for today. We've got Shaggy. We've got Melissa. We've got Mordecai. Got Emily. Danny is here.
Don't want to click the wrong thing because I can't go backwards.
Yeah, but you can find another thing inside of it and click around.
It's true.
Nico's here. We've also got Diana. So I'm going to make sure she's on there. Patrick is here. Nobody yet. This is good. So you're just trying to find the word crow. No, we're trying to find the page. You have to get to the page crow. So wiki/crow. You start at wiki/ant and you have to get to wiki/crow. Okay, so Danny's not doing. She's got other stuff that she's got to work on. That's fine. Not everybody has to do this. I just thought it'd be a fun way to pass the time while we were getting everybody in and ready to play. And Trey is here, so I think we're at 9. That's good. And Craig as well. All right, cool. We'll have enough people. We'll just have to finish our speed run here to see if anyone. Shaggy is not doing it. And Shaggy's not interested in a little bit. All right. Look at her intense face. Look at this.
Shut up.
This is
Shut your face.
This is when you give her a good challenge. She loves challenges. So there you're seeing. You see her challenge face. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's up to bird. She's got a bird on the screen.
Boom.
Got it. All right, that's it. All right, time is up. I mean, you can keep trying, but Caitlin was ever able to get there. That was good. Well done. Nice. Yeah. So did anybody else get close? Where did everybody else end up at? Or did everybody else just decide not to do it? That is probably everyone else was like, no, not even. Patrick got it and couldn't figure out how to copy and paste on his phone.
I got to a bird page.
All right, good.
About wingspans. That's nice.
Anatomy. All right. That was good, everybody. This is kind of fun, huh? So I figure maybe I could have one of these at the beginning of each show while we're waiting for people to come in.
State birds. That's a good one, Diana.
Oh, that would have been good. Is crow a state bird for something?
I don't know.
Like it'd be like Baltimore. I could see it being. They're raven though, not a crow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian's here as well. Excellent. So Ian, we were doing a Wikipedia speed run. Do we want to try another one now that Ian is here?
Maybe we can end at 8.
Oh, you do have to end at 8. That's right. Okay. So we can do it at the end. We'll do one at the end, everybody. Okay, because Caitlin's got to go to another meeting. So we've got enough people. We'll go through trivia, and at the end we'll do another speed run. Okay, and so yeah, we'll show, and I'll explain. Ian, remind me of this, and at the end I'll explain you what that is. It's pretty entertaining. Okay, so enough people by an extra one. We've got 11.
I went to the classification system too, Patrick.
Yeah? All right, so there it is. So maybe for the people who are on phones, we'll just trust you and you can put done or type in something. Probably no wiki speed for me. Well, all right, that's fair. Just got the classification, says Craig. Okay, he's still going. That's good. You're welcome to continue on. You don't have to stop just because somebody got it quickly. All right, so let's go to question number 1. Let's get this bad boy started. What do you say?
Okay.
All right, question number 1.
What was Beethoven's first name? There's a typo in this question.
Oh, is there?
Craig got it.
Yay, Craig got it. Nice. You probably came pretty close to Caitlin's score in terms of time. I would expect. Because you started 2 minutes later. So you were probably pretty close. That feels like it was a couple minutes longer. Ian has a guess.
Oh, crap. It's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. That is true. Ian thinks it's Saint Bernard. Is his first name. That was more of his species, I would think. Shaggy's got a guess.
Mozart.
Mozart. I think you mean mozzarella.
Oh.
That would be my guess. Time's up. Let's go to the chat. A lot of Ludwigs.
Ludwigs.
We have a Ludwig von. We've got a Saint Bernard.
Actually, we have a Ludwig von.
Ludwig von. Yes, that is true. A penguin von. No. Van. Trey has gone with. That's the part he corrected. The van part.
I think it is von. Because it is from in German, which is V-O-N.
He says a la Clockwork Orange.
Oh.
Let's see. A bit of the old Lidividi. I'm not even watching. I gotta go and take care of that. I was so caught up with the speed run stuff that I forgot to do some of my little things I got to do. Let's go onto Facebook. Okay, Facebook's all caught up. That's good. All right, so time is...
Yes, Nico, this is the first question.
It is the first question. We did a Wikipedia speed run before this.
That was a good one, Craig. That was a nice hop.
That taxonomy vertebrates birds, religious affiliation, define ravens, and thus crows. All right. It's fascinating to see how people think their way through things, right? Like how do you get away from ants enough that you might be able to drill down into birds and things like that. So yeah, that is a good one. I tried to quote Clockwork Orange, but hit enter on spell check. Oh no. A bit of the old Ludwig. It's camper. What's it? Camper. Camper van Beethoven. That's something else, right? What is that? I've heard that before. Is that a band? I feel like that's a band. I couldn't remember the KGCOFGN classification, so I just skipped all of them together and went to God.
All right.
It is a band. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so let's go to question number 2.
The answer, by the way, was Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Question number 2. How many carats are there in pure gold?
None, because it's made out of gold and not carrots.
I don't even like you.
All right, let's see what people come up with for this. It is Tuesday, so it seems like it should be fairly easy. This is a new Shaggy thing I've noticed. Shaggy's created a new meme. He was doing this yesterday as well, where he just puts 0.1 at the end of things. I'm not sure why. He's going to have to explain to me where that comes from. But this is now... See, Emily's noticed it too. Yesterday he did it as well with 100.1. I assume that I thought that maybe that was a reference to some type of radio station. I don't know. And what always confuses me is carrots versus carrots. Ian says 24 carrots, 12 potatoes, 32 peas. All right, time is up. We'll wait for Facebook to catch up as well. I should share it on Facebook as well. That would be nice. That would be pleasant to do. You can't understand the ways of Shaggy. I can't. You're right. You have got me. I cannot do it. All right, so it looks like a lot of people said 24 carats. We have a 28 carat as well, which is arguably more than 24 carats. So there's some arguments to be made there. That seems like it would be more carats, which sounds good. So what is the correct answer?
24 carats.
24 carats. And it looks like it got you 2, Caitlin. What is this? I still think I should have gotten all 5 points since I also answered in hex. What?
Technically, carat with a K is the gold one, and carat with a C is gemstones.
Right. We had a typo there.
Both of them are actually acceptable for gold.
All right.
According to Merriam-Webster. Suck on that.
What did you think that you should... Oh, we should go and fix every Wikipedia page. Go to every Wikipedia page and fix it. What has it all wrong? What happened to Crowbird? Oh, Crowbird, yeah. And then Wikipedia has it wrong. So we're going to go fix that. Carat is purity. Carat is a mass of gems.
Is there an echo in here?
What's that?
Is there an echo in here? I'll just keep doing this.
You're just going to do that over and over again?
Is there an echo in here?
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 In here. All right. Well, actually, Caitlin, Emily has chimed in for you. You're welcome. Question number 3.
What is the medical term for the study of the brain and nervous system?
There's a delay both ways. That is true. All right. We need to know the medical term for the study of the brain and the nervous system. What is that? Does anyone care? I've got this up now, so I could announce like who's in the lead and things like that. This is very exciting. I see it in real time. I didn't even think about this. Craig has gone with Thinkology. and then Carrot is what Shaggy goes with, which Emily believes is probably not true. That's probably not the case. Ian can't joke because it's his job. Oh, I feel like you could. I feel like you've got an opportunity here. All right, time's up. Let's go to the chat. I was able to not wait for Facebook some yesterday because everybody had already answered. That made it a lot easier at times.
Oh.
if I knew if everyone got points, then I knew. I could put zeros for people who had wrong answers and ones for everything else, and then I could just move on, which was kind of nice.
That is kind of nice.
Kakarot is a Dragon Ball. Oh, is that Dragon Ball Z fandom? Oh. Should I click on this? Sure, let's click on it. Goku. I don't know what this makes it out of a Kakarot.
Just do find.
Why? I don't know that I care enough. Kakarot. Oh, Kakaroto, apparently.
Oh, it's another name.
It's a different name for him. And there's Kakarot. Okay, counterparts. There's future Goku.
Xeno Goku.
Yeah, good old. And then Tang Tong.
Apparently, Goku's real name is Kakarot. Then why doesn't the article say Kakarot instead of Goku?
Yeah, what the hell?
Seems like if that's Goku's real name,
yeah,
Goku would be an alias, not the other way around.
Terrible. All right, time is up.
You just got it well, actually, Keith.
Yes, Goku's real name is Kakarot.
No, next one.
What? Find isn't allowed tonight. It isn't. No one can do find. I agree. All right, neurology. A lot of people said.
Yeah.
Thinkology is another
Shaggy
option.
got a point in spite of himself.
Why?
Because I gave him a point for neurology point 1.
Neurology point 1. Fair enough. It was just, it's in an array of some sort. I don't know what's happening there.
Oh, I just got well, actually, Caitlin.
His character's name is Goku, but his true name is where he came from. Where he came from is Kakarot. So, but like, why don't you name the article after really
His
him?
true name.
Yeah, just saying. All right, let's move on to question number 4.
Question number 4. What is the 6th planet in our solar system, starting from the sun and going out?
Well, if you go from out, up, top, and bottom, there are no planets.
Thank you.
Just saying.
That's helpful.
Just, well, actually.
Hashtag well, actually, Caitlin.
There aren't any planets in the way. It would be planets in other solar systems. Let's see. What Trey says, and Nick Cage's kid. From what?
Kal-El is Nick Cage's kid.
Oh, gotcha. I like how Clark Kent's
Kal-El.
real name. It's like how Clark Kent's real name from Krypton is Kal-El. Right. So if you know that, it seems like you should call him Kal-El. Because Clark Kent's just a lie that he made up so that people don't know who he is. Just saying. I mean, I'm not in charge here or nothing.
You're kind of in charge here.
Anybody use a mnemonic device to figure this out? This is a good question. A lot of people saying Saturn, it looks like. Krypton, says Ian. I feel like that's a little further out. Otherwise, we would have probably seen it blow up from here. Kunos. Kunos. I assume that's another Dragon Ball Z reference. I don't know. It says sun backwards and then OQ. I don't know what that. Nope, don't know what it is. No, I listened and counted at the same time. I listed and counted at the same time. All right, so that is it. Time is up. What is the correct answer?
Saturn.
It is Saturn, with all of its rings. 5 golden rings.
Do you want to know how many people we have trending?
How many people do we have trending?
7.
7 people are trending. That's amazing. It doesn't seem like that's the case.
Sorry to hear that.
It seems like 6 are. right? Oh, now it's updated. There we go. I was wondering. It must have been just a delay. All right. So 6 people trending. Let's go on to question number 5 and see if that continues. 7 people trending. Sorry. I
Question
said
number
6.
5.
And that was wrong.
How many pieces does a player start with in a game of chess?
Everybody quick, get your hands and feet. Oh, I know there's 1 king. That I'm pretty certain about.
Yep.
I feel real good about that. 1 queen. So definitely 2. There's at least 2. Am I correct that there's at least 2?
At least 2.
All right.
Greater than or equal to 2.
That's good. Okay. Let's see. I love Christmas songs, as Shaggy. Well, that's good. They're more creepy if you just go and sing them during Halloween, I will admit. If you're just like, and then they open the door and you go, 5 golden rings, and you're all dressed as Santa Claus.
Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yep. I'm not going to Uranus and fight the Klingons. I'm going to go to Uranus and fight the Klingons. I see. That's a poop joke, isn't it? Look, there's already Halloween stuff out. I cannot handle Christmas songs. Shaggy is not one of them. I'm trending to be wrong. I think you're doing an excellent job of it so far. So you've definitely got that. Got the paper in. I have 2 more homework assignments for this class, and then I'm done for 8 weeks after being in classes since February. Wow, that's intense. That is a lot. I hope you get all that done. Let's see.
You just woke up the kittens.
I'm sorry. What did I do by singing Golden Rings?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No one should have this many tabs open for kitten diarrhea.
I feel like there's something wrong with your cats. You may have to have them looked at.
Worms or something.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. All right, time is up. Most of the answers, we've got 18, but most of them say 16. Not 18.1, oddly enough, which is what Trey pointed out. So, what is the correct answer?
14.
Oh my God, 14?
16.
Everybody got it. Oh, it is 16. Ian says it is 16 bird.
Ian's getting a point whether he likes it or not.
Once they get to 2 pounds, they can be treated. They're too young to treat. Oh my goodness. All right. If you say so. I don't know how they're going to gain weight if they're just shitting themselves all the time. Seems like a double-edged
Be a
sword.
little tricky.
Yeah.
You should just strap tiny weights onto them and bring them to the vet so they can get treated.
Put the little weights that you put on your ankles. Just put tiny ones on their ankles like they're working out. Yeah, they're going to have to get swole because there's no chance that they're going to gain fat. You got to get them some tiny weights to lift so that they can kind of bulk up. They're still gaining weight. Probably just more worms. That's what it is. All right. Let's so right now the leader is Melissa. Mordecai is very close behind. And then we have what looks to be a 5-way tie between Emily, Danny, Nico, Patrick, and Trey. So
that's what I have.
Anybody's game at this point. They gained over 100 grams in the last 2 days. Oh. You know what would make them gain more grams? Teddy grams. It's one for every.
Honey grams?
Yeah. You just feed them more graham crackers and they would get more grams, right? This is good. This is a plan. We've got a plan going right now. Let's go to question number 6.
Red iron oxide is more commonly known as what?
That the answer's in the question. It's known as what? That was a sentence. It was not a question. It was a statement. Ian says hap.
Hap rust.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people saying rust, oddly enough, as if that might be the correct answer on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to like up the ante here. If it's gonna be this, if we're gonna have the same like 12 people every week, we are gonna have to like just start harder.
Okay.
I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We did it. We made easier ones so people would join us for the easier ones, but then the people who would appreciate the easier ones aren't here half the time. or even like a third of the time, or even any given week. Going to the chat because time is up. So yeah, lots of people said Rust except for Hap, which is a person's name.
Hap Rust.
Mm-hmm. And Trey says, what's on second? And apparently, Rust is on second. That's what we're learning. Could be the case, could not, I don't know. No real change in the standings, it looks like. Time is up. What is the correct answer?
Rust.
It is Rust. I've almost talked my brother into joining. He's on the West Coast time, though, and works until 6 p.m. That is harder.
Oh, yesterday my boss asked me the name of your podcast, so I'm going to get fired soon.
Ah, good. Excellent. I don't think you can get fired from my podcast. Like I could get fired from my podcast, perhaps. Like they might be upset with what but you're just saying, like, I know a person who has a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get fired for that.
Maybe.
Right? Like you can't get fired for happening to know somebody who's a Nazi. Right?
That's true.
Right? Like that
Are you
doesn't
a
seem
Nazi?
fair.
Is that how you're choosing to tell me you're a Nazi?
No, but that's like we use Nazi as the worst case scenario, right? Whenever you like go for broke on something, like, whoa, what do you get fired for? You know, well, I know somebody who's a murderer. Like that doesn't seem like a thing that could happen.
That's true.
So I think you're good. I'm not a Nazi, for the record. But you can not get, even if I was, I don't think you can get fired for it. Which I'm not. Nazis are terrible people, and I don't like them. I would say I'm anti-Nazi. I'd really not like to have any Nazis on the planet, if that's possible.
That's fair.
I don't know that I should kill them. That seems like a bit much because I don't think
Seems like a
killing...
little much.
I think like killing people is like pretty dark, but I'd really like them to not exist anymore. If they could just not exist without any moral quandary on my part, that would be great. My best friend's mom's sister hired a hitman to murder her husband, so I kind of almost know a murderer. That's interesting. Keith, I don't do prison visits as a minister. All right, well...
Good thing he's not religious.
Yeah, there's a good thing I'm not in a prison and that I'm not religious, so it's going to work really well. Starting to learn how to do this stuff. Packet sniffing is a great time, not a great high though. Yes. Well, it's the wrong packets. All right, let's move on to question number 7.
Feta cheese comes from which animal? Not directly from the animal. You have to like process it first.
You can't just get it from a cheese fairy?
No.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. Let's see. Nico says, "Oh, you're all Wireshark life now." Well, like Wireshark is one of those things that like most people are going to be like, "What are you talking about?" And then the people that are like, "Oh, Wireshark," you now share something with them. You now have something in common. I ordered some Indian Nepali food and ordered lamb, Rogan Josh, saag paneer, curry goat dumplings, and samosas. All right. That sounds like it's good. I don't know much about Nepali food.
Momo is my favorite Nepali food.
Nepalese food.
Nepali.
All right, let's go to the chat. Nico is going to go and join Emily. That's good. I'm glad to see that. Emily says, I've received a single order of samosas and 3 different kinds of dumplings. Oh my goodness, you ordered all those things and you didn't get most of it. Instead, you just got random other things. Shaggy says, I've been using Wireshark messing around on my own, but now we own a proprietary. Now we have
our own
proprietary bullshit too. Okay. Kind of want the food I ordered. Yeah.
Yeah, but 3 different kinds of dumplings is pretty dope. I'll be honest.
That's not terrible. All right, time's up. What is the correct answer? Is it by any chance goat, moose, or sheep?
It's one of those.
It is. Is it goat?
Nope.
Oh, is it moose?
Nope.
Is it sheep?
Yep.
Ah,
It can either be sheep or a mixture of sheep and goat.
but it has to have sheep in it as well.
Yeah.
So sheep is really the right answer because without the sheep bit, can't be feta cheese.
Yep.
Ah, interesting. I don't think I realized that feta was sheep cheese.
Yep.
I don't tend to like a lot of
I
like
don't know if I'm taking Danny's answer. I guess I'll take Danny's answer.
goats or sheep.
It's not technically correct.
Not correct. She didn't have sheep. They have sheep in there, but it couldn't be goats on their own. Well, no, that's tough. One way we could determine is if we were to use the Wheel of Fate.
I thought you were going to leave me hanging on that one again.
Why? Why would I do that? I've never done that to you.
Oh.
All right. So should Danny's answer of goats or sheep count, since it can be goat milk as well?
But it has to be sheep,
But
too.
it has to be sheep. I think if you had said cow or sheep, we would be like, nope.
Absolutely not.
Right. So, all right. Let's see if Danny, this could break a streak, I think, right? Let's see. Yeah, fine, whatever. That's what it says.
All right.
Whatever. Do it. Doesn't matter to the Wheel of Fate. Whoever's order this chose a different spicy level than my husband is used to. Does that mean it's higher or lower? Because one of those is funny and the other one's disappointing. One is, oh no, I could probably eat this. It's probably not too bad. Oh God, why? All right, let's move on to question number 8.
I'm not paying attention.
No, that's fine.
What is the highest mountain in Africa?
I think I know this one. I feel like I've got this one because it would be one of the 7 summits, right?
That's true.
So
And you know someone who's climbed all 7 summits.
That's true. And I didn't lose my job because of it.
Just to make a point. He'll do anything just to make a point.
All right, 30 seconds left to get your answers in. Ian has a guess.
Mount Toto.
Yeah.
It rains there all the time.
Mm-hmm. You can bless the rains there. That's my guess. Craig also has an answer.
Mount Doom.
Mm-hmm. Hotter. All right, that's hilarious. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's way funnier because that means you ate it and you were like, "Oh God." It might be that you got the dumplings of an actual like Indian family, because my understanding is they can eat much hotter stuff than we can. Typically, at least.
Depends on where they're from in India.
Is it? Okay, so different regions have...
I think it's northern Indian food is like the super spicy food. I think that's what my coworker told me.
I just know that sometimes, like, if you go to Indian restaurants and you ask for spicy, they look at you and they're like, nah. Same thing happens with Thai. If you go to Thai restaurants and you're like, I'd like this spicy, they look at you and they're like, you're white.
Or like white people spicy.
Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Got it. White spicy. Done. Let's see. A lot of people saying Kilimanjaro or Mount Kilimanjaro. Obviously, Mount Toto and Mount Doom also in there. Patrick shifts tomorrow should be fun because he's still eating it. That's
I was saying what Nico. Read what Nico said.
Gur says Doom, Doom, Doom.
No, sorry. Next.
Oh, not that one? Yes, in fact, I order spicy and they look at Mordecai and they say, tell her that that's hot.
Tell her that's full of regret.
It's so funny. I like that they look at him and they're like, can you let her know that spicy means hot? Yeah, no, I got it. No, but like really,
But seriously.
it's like really hot. Oh yes, I was introduced to spicy food by an Indian roommate in college. By the end of 4 years, her mom was so happy I could handle all of her cooking. Oh, you're a brave woman. Brave, brave woman. My dad ordered some food once and insisted on traditional Thai hot. One bite and he turned red and broke out into a sweat. Gur is my spirit animal. I think that we're not allowed to say spirit animal anymore.
I think you're not supposed to say that.
That's my understanding. I think you can use familiar, right?
Sure.
I think that's because that's made up, right? But spirit animal is like an actual.
Hello,
like,
new friend.
Oh, hello, just a girl in a kinky world. All right,
That's
sounds
a very long username.
that is a
I
very
like
long username. That is I guess that means if you're in our show, then we're the kinky world.
Yeah.
Welcome to the kinky world, everybody, where we do trivia that's terribly bland. All right, so let's see. Yeah, everybody say hi to our new friend, just a girl in a kinky world. The rules are very simple. We're going to ask you trivia questions. You're going to write the answer in the chat. We're towards the end of the show. We went very quick today because Caitlin has a another meeting she has to be at 8.
Hello.
But if you want to stick around afterwards, we're going to do a couple of Wikipedia speed runs, which is a thing I just learned about yesterday. So they're kind of interesting. We'll go over all of the rules after we.
Oh no, we've overwhelmed our new friend.
Very friendly people here, by the way. So if you happen to need a friend, you're in luck. You've now got a dozen of them. All right, so let's go to question number 9. Mount Kilimanjaro was the correct answer.
That is correct.
Also, just so you know, just a girl. This is Tuesday, which is the easiest of the days, except
Second
for
easiest
Monday.
days.
Yeah. So we're on the very easy side of things. As it gets to the weekend, it gets very difficult. So let's go to question number 9.
Unless I totally screw everything up, and that's not difficult at all.
Which is the second to last question of the
It
show.
is. Disneyland Paris was known as what when it first opened?
Oh, Shaggy. Let's do this. You should know this, Shaggy. We know that you are quite a connoisseur of Disney, so this should be it. Let's see, we've got different people answering here. People have said Penultimate and Gunter because that's a meme that we have. We're going to have a new person. Yeah, you can definitely come back Friday if you want. Friday is a free-for-all Friday, which means you can actually be on the show along with everybody else. We'll open up a stream that everybody can jump onto, and you can be a co-host, essentially. All right, so we've got a few different answers in here. A lot of people are centralizing around Euro Disney, though, it looks like. This is, Danny's gone with Euro Disney Resort. Oh, there's also spaces in it. It lost Disney a lot of money, says Shaggy. We have to make the castle bigger. They actually have them here. That is what Trey says. I think is that an Eddie Izzard quote? I feel like that's Eddie Izzard. Nika says that Friday is the best. So you should definitely do that. Is it still open? It is
still open.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So time is up. We're waiting for Facebook to catch up because obviously they are behind us and slow, even though we don't really have a bunch of people over there on Facebook today. A lot of people have gone to Twitch because it is the fastest of all the platforms, but we're all caught up. So no new answers can make it in. Looks like pretty much everybody's going with Euro Disney or Euro Disney Resort. Is that the correct answer?
Yes.
Yeah? All right. Just a Girl says, man, the best Disney is in California. Really? All right.
I've been to that one.
I've gone to both Disneyland and Disney World, but I didn't, sort of. I lied. Let me go back. I went to Disneyland and I went near Disney World, and I actually went with my father, and it has the multiple parks, which I think would be a real argument for why the Orlando spot might be better because of the variety, right? So he said we had, I think, just one day we could go. And so he said, oh, you want to go to Disney World? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like, or we could also go to one of the other parks if you want to. And so I thought, oh, okay, well, I've done Disneyland. So Disney World, probably not that much different. So I decided to go to Universal Studios instead, which is right next door to it. yeah, so that was, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Still haven't made it to Disneyland yet. Really, Shaggy, with as much of a as a fan as you are, I would have thought that you had made it out to the pilgrimage out to Disneyland, but
I went to Disneyland as a wee tiny person.
okay, yeah, I was much younger when I went to Disneyland as well.
I went before I moved to the Philippines.
I remember I wasn't really fond of Space Valley or Space Mountain. Yeah, it was pretty scary.
And
Little me.
I've been to Disney World. I went during high school. I came home from high school one day, and my dad said, "Oh, would you like to go to Disney World with your friend Julia?" And I reacted in the weirdest way. I was like, "What is wrong with you?
What?
Are you dying?"
Yeah, are you dying? Why? Wait, why do I get things?
And he's like, "What? I'm not. I'm just trying to do something nice." And I said, "I'm calling mom." So I called mom, and he's like, "You're being ridiculous." And so I called my mom. They were divorced. I called my mom.
Yeah.
And I explained to her what was happening. She said, "Put your father on the phone." And then I said, "Dad, pick up the phone." And then from the other room, I hear him go, "I'm just trying to do something nice."
She's like, "Are you dying? Be honest." Shaggy says, been to Disney World many times. There's a fun show on YouTube about defunct Disney things. All right. Does it have, by any chance, the really creepy tunnel under, like, Disney World that has all the masks in it that are lit from behind?
Yeah,
That's not really defunct,
creepy.
but it's super creepy.
Yeah.
Because they just hang heads of, like, all the characters, and they're backlit, and you're in this dark underground tunnel with all of these beheaded cartoon characters. Ugh. Let's see. Trey's gone to Disney World and Epcot. That's great. All right. Disney World is the Magic Kingdom. Epcot, Hollywood Studios. Not Hollywood Studios. Universal Studios, right? It's Universal, not Hollywood.
I think it's Universal.
Yeah, I think that that's the case. An Animal Kingdom. Okay, so then I've gone to Disney World, sort of. All right, let's move on to question number 10. Right? Did
Question number 10.
What was the right answer, by the way? Did we say it?
Euro Disney.
Euro Disney. Okay.
What is the name of the White Mausoleum found at Agra in India? Shaggy says Universal Disney. Universal Studios isn't Disney.
Isn't Disney. Oh. I thought that that's where it went to. That's weird. All right. Maybe I went to Hollywood Studios? I thought it was Universal Studios for some reason. And I thought it was all part of the same thing. Danny went to Disney Resort last time to go present at a conference with 3,000 youths at the end of July in 100-degree weather and was so pissed off at my national board for voting me to do it. Haunted Mansion is the best ride. That is a good one. Yeah, Haunted Mansion's pretty great. I will agree with that. Shaggy says that hallway is a myth. I thought somebody told us that worked there.
An actual employee of Disney told us that.
Yeah. We have somebody who worked there that told us about it. So they were either lying to us to freak us out or it's a real thing. The behind the scenes workings of Disneyland World are freaking ridiculous. Yeah, they run a tight ship. That is true. Universal's isn't Disney. We got that. Ian says it's Monticello is the one in India. I don't think that's right, Ian. I'm going to go off on a limb here and say that you are just being a jerk about it. We've got a few answers. Taj Mahal's very popular. I'm not a kid person after 5 days. I know why. Just a Girl says Crown of the Palace. Oh, MGM Studios. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I went to MGM Studios. That could be it. It wasn't Hollywood Studios at the time, but it may have been MGM. It's a complete myth. There are rooms where they store costumes, but there's no long hallway of heads. I don't know. Just saying. Ian would like to bet you a nickel that that Monticello is right.
Is it a Keith Knickel?
Probably. All right. So what is the correct answer?
The correct answer is
Monticello.
Taj Mahal.
Oh, you were so close. All right. So that is it. Those are all the questions. How many people were able to do the trend through the entire show?
4.
4 people. It trimmed down a little bit. Emily, Danny, Patrick, Trey, I think are our people who made all 10 questions correct.
Yep.
Somebody got snagged by each of the other ones. All right, so
Let's see what our shares bring.
let's do what the shares, because that might be the breaking of a tie here. Looks like we've got 4 shares. Myself, obviously. Nico has shared the show. Somebody named Hadrian? I don't know who that is. Emily has shared the show. And I didn't trend at all. You're welcome. Yes. You trend possibly. You got a couple points, so maybe you trended in the bad, in a terrible way. It looks like Karen rolled in for just a couple of questions and rolled back out.
Yep.
That was very interesting. And then let's go check our hosts over on Twitch. Emily gets a point. Mordecai gets a point. Princess Fussy Pants over on Twitch right there. You can follow her. She does some streaming of gaming and stuff if you'd like to watch that. Shaggy gets a point. My good friend Old Guy Gaming Time. Mike, also a game streamer. We might actually do a stream tonight if you want to go check it out. He's been into Deep Rock Galactic, where you are drunken dwarven miners, space miners. So if you want to check that out, that may happen tonight. Danny and Trey also get points.
Oh my gosh. Just a Girl has been here for 2 minutes and has already caught on to the game. Hashtag well, actually, Caitlin.
Yes. It's super easy. Yeah.
That's the rule. You dislike the answer to a question and then you explain to me how it's wrong. And the game is called Well, Actually, Caitlin.
Yes. Hashtag well, actually, Caitlin. Let's see. Disagree because the Taj Mahal is not a mausoleum, at least not technically.
And then Danny helpfully posted the Wikipedia definition of the Taj Mahal.
Which is an ivory white marble mausoleum on the southern bank of the river Yamuna in the city of Agra. So there you go. My best friend is a member of the royal family, so maybe it is known
as that for tourists.
Maybe.
Well, you and Shaggy can get into an argument over myths that people spread for tourists.
Yeah. It's apparently it's just for tourists and for Wikipedia.
And Wikipedia also.
Yeah. Great news. Wikipedia can be edited by anyone, so you can roll onto Wikipedia, make that change, and see how long it lasts. And hopefully it's for the rest of the life of Wikipedia, since it is correct.
Diana says that, well, actually, Caitlin needs a sound effect.
we should have a counter of all the well, actually, Caitlins.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
A cat meow. You are the cat's meow.
Thank you. And the bee's knees.
All right, that is it. That is how many we have. We're going to do some Wikipedia speed runs here. We're going to dismiss Caitlin from the show because she's got another.
Do you want to know who the winner is?
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, I know what it is, but you can announce it as well. I was going to do it afterwards.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well, actually, you were. All right. What is the who is the winner?
Emily is the winner.
Emily is the winner. Congratulations, Emily. Well done. So yeah, that is it. Wait, what? I feel robbed. You feel robbed for what?
How do we rob you?
Yeah, what did we rob you of? Did we rob you of internet make-believe internet points that aren't worth anything? It's very sad. You know what we can do is it is also listed in Britannica as a mausoleum. All right. We could, if we wanted to.
Oh, yeah. She feels robbed because we're ending trivia.
Oh, we're ending trivia. Yeah, no, we're not. We're just at the end of time. We only waste 1 hour doing it. But we will be back at 7:00 tomorrow, and each day until we're doing the through this week. We've been doing it for 20 plus weeks now, and every day we've missed 1 day, I think, right? And
and we had a pinch hitter,
and we did have a pinch hitter for it, but so we're gonna probably change some things up. So yeah, we'll talk more about that for next season, next week. But through the rest of this week, 7:00 every night. All right, so let's do the speed run thing. This is kind of fun. you are going to a meeting, right?
Yep. Goodbye.
All right. Everybody say goodbye to Caitlin as she goes to her meeting. And then I'm going to give us, for those who have gotten here late, this is how it works. All right. This is the way it works. Everybody opens up Wikipedia. Okay. I'm going to give you 2 pages. And the goal is you have to get from the first page to the second page only using hyperlinks. Okay. To make it a little trickier, here's how it works. So I'm going to give you a page. I'm going to give you the page for nut, the food.
Not the person.
Yeah. Here you go. So this is the Wikipedia for nut, the food, which is in cuisine. Dry nuts are dry edible fruits or seeds that usually, but not always, have a high fat content. So as you look at this page, you're not allowed to use anything outside of the article, right? So you can see inside there's a tab at the top that says article. So essentially the area underneath where it says nut food in cuisine, dry nuts are dry. That part, that's the article. That's what you have to use. Also, if you scroll down to the bottom, right, there is a section that says see also. Everything below see also, right, which includes notes and references. Everything below see also off limits. Cannot use that. You can't use the search function, and you're not allowed to use Control F on the page to find anything. Does that make sense? So you cannot search either in the browser or on Wikipedia. You have to use the article and nothing from see also or below. So you can use, there's a bunch of different, there's production, nutrition, research. All of those are fair game. Anything that is a link is fair game. Other rule, you can't go backwards. So once you click a link, you have to find a link on that page and you have to keep going forward, right? So once you commit, you commit. So what we're going to do is we'll do a speed run. We're going to go from nut to Bible. So this is for Danny. We picked Bible. Now here's the thing. There's a bunch of different Bibles. We're not looking for all the different Bibles. You can't just pick a Bible. You have to get to this page. Don't start yet because we're going to time it, right? Everybody's going to start at the same time. So you're going to go from nut, the food, to Bible, that page. You have to end up on that page. As soon as you get to the Bible page, using all the links, you can put the word done in the chat and we'll see who gets there first, okay? So I'm going to count it down, everybody, and we'll get started. Going from nut to Bible, only using the hyperlinks. 3, 2, 1, go. All right? So we'll see who is able to get this first. Obviously, Caitlin is not participating here, so it's going to be between all of you. But everyone said that you had fun doing this the first time. This is what's underneath the Magic Kingdom. Oh, okay. Yeah. So my understanding was, so maybe it's that there are rooms that have all the heads that are backlit, and it's not a hallway, but they're dark. Like, especially when it's done, you can turn the lights off and it's super creepy. All right, so let's see. This is tricky because those are 2 very different things, nut and Bible, right? So you've got to somehow get out of nuts. You want to kind of get larger in some way, right? I would say it looks like under production, there's a bunch of different countries. That feels like it would be really strong, right? To be able to get out into some countries and then maybe into like religions from there. And then you could get into religious texts, perhaps. Like, oh, Trey got it. Trey is done. Well done, Trey. In about a minute, it looks like about a minute and a half, Trey has gotten it. We'll see who comes in next. If anybody else is going to give. See, Trey, you did get to the Bible page, not one of the different Bibles, correct? Why does the page of Catholicism never mention the Bible? I don't know. That's what's so crazy about this game, is that sometimes you would expect something to be somewhere and then it's not. And then you have to like find something else to click on. And Shaggy says, sure, that's possible. Big myth was that it's a creepy and scary in there. It's pretty industrial down there. Yeah, I think it was that it was after hours or something. I think they turned the lights off at a certain time, perhaps. And it was during that time. So yeah, during the day, like when there's lots of people there, I think the person we knew actually was doing janitorial stuff. And so I think they were shutting it down for the night, or something along that lines. So, all right. So Trey made it to Wiki/Bible, which is harder because there's a lot of different several ones. Oh, you went through the Hebrew Bible first. Yeah, because they have a bunch of different Bibles. And so that was part of it. All right, let's see. Oh, Emily said, got to Catholic Bible and Protestant Bible, but not Bible, right? Super tricky. We're just looking for just /Bible. All right, are people still looking? I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. We'll move over and we'll do one more after this. So we're going to shut it down. We'll see if anybody else is able to get it in the next 60 seconds. Oh, Smiles has got it. Well done, Smiles. Let's see. Shaggy says, costuming. For years, the park's costuming department for cast members and audio animatronic figures was located in the Altadores. Over 1.2 million costumes were housed there, making it the largest operating wardrobe department in the world. In 2005, Disney replaced this facility with a larger location in the cast member parking lot. Only costuming operations that remain in the Utilidors today are for the costumed characters. I believe they were talking about the costumed characters. I think that was true. So it was the people who walked around and stuff, right? Emily got it. Nice. Well done. Go to nut to tree to paper and got stuck. Oh no. Went through flood to religion. There you go. Good job, everybody. Melissa got it. Went from Italy to Catholic Church to Catholic Bible to Protestant Bible to New King James Version to Bible. Oh, that's rough. What is this called again? Coworkers would love it. It is called either Wikipedia speedrun or speedrunning Wikipedia. One of those two. There's not a lot of it online. I found it from YouTube. I found some people streaming it and thought it was, so we'll see if it takes off. That was they did it back in April, but it doesn't feel like there's like a trend yet. So I wanted to give it a shot before anyone, you'll hear it here first, hopefully. All right. So let's do one more. Smile said, went to Oman, to Iran, to Egypt, to Christianity, to a bunch of Bibles before I hit Bible. It's a tough one. It's a hard one because there's all of the Bibles. All right. We'll do one more. Let's see. We're going to do, this one will be a little easier, I think. This one should be a quick one. So Wikipedia, we're new Wikipedia. Let's see. All right. So we're starting. You just choose, two random pages. You can get any two random pages. You have to get from one to the other. All right. So it's usually, if you do it with a couple of people, it's good to get one person to pick the starter and one person to pick the end. And you do that independently and you just bring them together. So we're going to start at Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin in the United States, otherwise known as the Badger State. All right. So starting at Wisconsin, and then we are going to try and get to, let's see if I've got this one right. Yeah. All right. We're going to get started at Wisconsin, and we are going to try and end at the moon landing. Okay? And I'll do 90 seconds and then another 60 seconds after that. So I'll count it down, starting at Wisconsin, ending at the moon landing. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so 90 seconds. The first one's going to be 90 seconds, and then we'll have an overtime of 60 seconds to see if anybody can get it in that time. This one should be easier. This feels like it should be easier, right? Because they do have some things in common. So I feel like that path is shorter. Where like when we went Nut Bible, that was a little bit harder, I would think. So we'll see. We see who gets it first. We started, let's say, at 8:04 and 8 seconds. So we'll see what the record is. I feel like someone might get this in less than a minute. It feels like that could happen. Not sure, but it feels like that's a possibility. It's fun because it's over pretty quickly usually. You know, it's sometimes you're going to find some that would take, 10 or 20 minutes possibly. You could get caught in that. But more likely than not, it's really going to happen in like the first few minutes. Melissa got it. Melissa got it. Oh my goodness. Definitely. Like that was in the minute mark. I feel like that was like a minute. Maybe just over a minute. Just over 1 minute, perhaps. No, I think I don't know. That feels like it was under a minute. It was, all right. So our time is up for our initial. Melissa has won this race, but I'm going to put another 60 seconds on for everybody else. 60 more seconds for other people to try and follow up from Melissa. Well done, Melissa. That was impressive. That was pretty quick. I guess according to the time, it was like a minute, just under a minute and a half. But we must have started just after when I posted the ending, because I feel like my counter was right about at a minute or about 30 seconds. Well, I remembered something from my visit to Wisconsin last summer. Oh, okay. You'll have to share when time's up how you got to it, because that was super quick. Yeah, there are so many things. They don't have a space center there really, but there could have been like one of the astronauts could have been there. That could have been easy. Maybe something was designed there. You could definitely. All right, time's up. You can keep going, but only person who got it in that time in the 2.5 minutes was Melissa. Well done. That was harder than I thought it would be. Oh, Patrick comes in second. Patrick gets second. I would think you could go up to United States and then you could go down into the like government NASA and then right into there. Quickly got to Michael Collins and Apollo 11, but couldn't get to the actual moon landing page from either of them. Oh, goodness. Oh, you got stalled there. That is tricky. You could have gone maybe the Apollo program, perhaps, or space race. I'm seeing those. Emily says, I'm on Cuba. How'd you get to Cuba? From Wisconsin, you got to Cuba. You could have maybe gone the conspiracy direction, right? Because there's conspiracies about the moon landing. That's one of the biggest conspiracies, right? You figured out how to copy the URL. I think it's a long press, right? Is that and you can do select all and then you can do copy. I don't know if you have an iPhone versus an Android, but that's how I would have expected it. I think if you scroll to the top, it'll show you the URL and then you can kind of double click into it. Well, I was trying to go by way of colonizer. Oh, interesting. And got stuck and just went, fuck it, Cuba's close. Oh, that's so great. There's something wonderful about the way that the human mind works, like under pressure. Like, this is so much fun because it's like, well, I'm very limited as to what I can do, and I've got these choices, and your brain's like, Cuba. Let's just do Cuba. How wrong could that be? Manitowoc, and then to Sputnik, because a remnant fell to the streets there and is in the plaque in the middle of the street commemorating it. To space programs to moon landing. Ah, that is cool. That is a good one. Manitowoc to Sputnik. That is not a connection I would have known. That's pretty great. All right. Well done. So there you go. I've introduced you to something brand new. Not only maybe you've learned some trivia today, but you've also learned a brand new activity that you can do. Wikipedia speed runs. Play with your friends. Wisconsin notable people, Michael Collins. That should have gotten you there. Oh, that totally should have gotten you there. That's kind of the fun of the game, though, right? Is that like you think like, oh, I could totally get to Michael Collins because he was notable and he was in Wisconsin. And then for some reason, nobody's linked it and you can't do anything, right? Even though it should be there. Or sometimes you'll get a header and you can't click on the header and you're like, ah! So, but it's so funny to see how people's minds work when under pressure. And this is such a fun little game for that. So, all right. That is it. That's the show. We'll do some more trivia tomorrow, and maybe we'll do another speed run as we wait for people to jump in. So if you get here early, we'll do one, and if you're here a little later, we'll just do trivia. Did everybody get a chance to do it? I didn't see our new friend do it. Just a girl, did you actually get to do any of the speed runs? Any luck on that? Or did you find that to be dumb? Trivia good, speed run stupid. That is also, you can also do that. All right. That is our show, everybody. Emily was our winner. Emily, we need a acceptance speech from you and a color for tomorrow's studio since you are the winner tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. While you're doing that, I'm going to give everybody the business. We have been doing this at 7 o'clock every night for 20 weeks plus. And it might be changing next week. We're going to figure out what that looks like. But we show up at 7 o'clock, sometimes a little early, sometimes a little late, in order to be here on time and possibly get some points for being the first, second, or third person. You will want to subscribe and follow the show, depending on which platform you are on, and you'll want to turn on notifications so that you know when we go live. If we can't go live for some reason, we will post up on our social media. So follow us on Twitter at Another Wasted Hour, and you can go to Instagram and Facebook with Another Wasted Hour. A Wasted Hour on Twitter, Another Wasted Hour on Instagram and Facebook. We also have a super secret group called Another Wasted Group where you can come talk about the show and be a part of it, deciding what the future is going to look like. So come join us there on Facebook. And that's about it, except for the fact that this all comes from a podcast called Another Wasted Hour, which is has a bunch of crazy news. It's got trivia. We invented a game show called Please God Just Get One Right, where we try to have the guest be able to answer one of 6 trivia questions about a category that our previous guests selected for them. So that's kind of fun. And then there's a ton of comedy, and you'll be exposed to local area musicians and artists and other culture creators from the DC area. Probably people you've never heard of before doing some really interesting things and music you've never heard. So go check it out. We'd love for you to check them out. A lot of very talented people. It's absolutely free. There's like 140 plus episodes available online. You can get it at Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and just about anywhere else that you can get a podcast. Just search for Another Wasted Hour and subscribe. At least check it out. If you like it, subscribe and give us a review and some stars. We would appreciate that. All right. Great show, everybody. There you go. Super Secrets group that talks about every show. Yes, Trey, but only about 15 people know about it. So I feel like that's pretty secret. What we've done is advertise it on this show, which we can barely get 10 people to show up for. So that makes it a pretty good secret, in my opinion. If you think about it, like top secret things in the government, hundreds of people know about, right? Because they've got top secret clearance. We have a thing that only like a few dozen people know about. So it's more secret than a top secret, like secret, right? Yeah, no, that's fair. Emily says, thank you all. Thank you for laughing at my delivery roulette. Cheers to the show and love. I love you all and this. Thanks, Keith and Caitlin. You are welcome. Tomorrow night we will have a green studio because that is what Emily would like. Dan Wolf says, so this show is ultra top secret. It's ultra double top secret, arguably. We've been trying to make it not that desperately, but we can't. We just cannot. No matter how much we share it, no matter how much everybody tells people about it, it's still a super, super tops, double tops, ultra secret. Yeah. Super double top secret. All right. That is the show, everybody. So until 7 o'clock tomorrow, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Please take the precautions that you need to in order to be able to stay healthy. Because maybe other people aren't doing that. And a shout out to all the people who have been essential workers through all of this. Our healthcare workers, our first responders, our delivery people and cashiers and stock people, and just all of the people who have done stuff through all of this. We really appreciate it. And that's all. That's all we've got. I have nothing else to say. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do not have a last we don't have a word of the evening because Caitlin has already left. She has abandoned us. So maybe the last word is abandoned. But don't abandon us tomorrow because we will have a show at 7 o'clock if you're here. So 7 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see you all then. Good night, everybody.